Hey guys, it's Cab over here, back out here. Headed out to my shop. It's a rainy day. Gonna work on the Triumph again. I am passing by some sad news, really. CTC Auto Ranch. The guys are deciding to retire, and they couldn't find a buyer for the whole property, so they're crushing all their cars. They had some real rare stuff and lots of it, and I heard that there's over 3,000 cars. But, you know, it's probably a shame on us as a community because we try to negotiate prices on stuff that you can't find anyplace else, and they're just old, and land's worth some money, and scrap's up, and they want to retire. So, but it is sad because there is a lot of cool history that is now going to get recycled into other everyday items. But I'll try to get into video to see what's left there. It was cars as far as you can see. This junkyard was right off of I-35, just north of Denton, between Denton and Sanger. Here it is coming up here. Let me flip you around. So that yellow sign is it. I heard that they did save some of the complete cars. A lot of them were pretty parted out. Holy crap, yeah. There's cars as far as you can see, and that's all that's left. I don't know what you guys can see, but yeah. Wow. I know it's not a very good video with me driving, but well, yeah, we lost some history there. Some good parts for restores and stuff like that, but at the same time, whoever's going to pay the most is what you're going to take when you retire. I mean, that's what it is. So anyways, getting back to today's video, we are going to work on the Spitfire today. I had a buddy help me take the hood off of it. So the plan today is to strip firewall forward down, clean it, and get it all prepped for paint, if not paint it today. And also, since the coolant had that issue, I want to get in there and clean, or take all the dash stuff out. And I bought a new heater core combo air conditioner that I want to try to fit in it. It's a universal one. So I'm trying to get AC in this car. I live in Texas, so my plan is to drive this car quite a bit. So I need it to be comfortable, and I have that hard top for it. So yeah, my plan is to air condition the car with an electric AC compressor. So that's kind of the plan. Oh man, this road is bumpy. This truck doesn't ride necessarily smooth either, but that was a big bump. So, well, I'll get back to you when I'm at the shop. It's a little too bumpy to do this. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm hoping is going to work for AC in this car. It is extremely cheap. It was only $100, so I'm a little bit concerned about that as far as quality goes. But let's open it up and see the sizing. I think it's going to fit nicely is why I decided on this. If not, it came off Amazon, so it's returnable. Yeah, it looks pretty small. So what this is a heater box. Get this thing opened. Okay. So what we got here is your coolant goes in here for the heater side, and your AC lines go in here for the refrigeration side. And oh, cool. So it's got a This will help keep it from freezing up. And then on the front here, it's got 4 ports. So that will keep it, so my plan is to use 2 or 3 for vents in the car, and then 1 for defrost. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to take 1 and split it into 2 for the defrost, and then take the other 2 or other 3 and put vents in the center of the car where the radio used to go. It's kind of my plan. And what this has is a little temp sensor, so you could set it to the temperature you want. And then it has a fan control. So really simple, not much to these. I think this is going to fit. So I need the stripped dash down, and we'll take a look at that, see if that will fit. This must be a drain tube for it. I guess that's something I need to look and see if this has a direction. Yeah, so this is the bottom. So it has to sit in the car like that. It's a little deeper than I was hoping, but I guess the only way to do it is to take the old heater box out and see if I could get this up under there. It's got tabs on the side to mount it to. It came with some strapping, but I might weld, if it fits right, I might weld some stuff in there to make it a little bit more substantial of a mount. There's 1 in the back and 2 on the side. So I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that I could get this to work, but if not, we'll keep looking. I haven't seen, so Pate's swap meet is next week, and I know Vintage and Southern Air will both be there, and I haven't seen their box, but I think they put the fans on the end. So if this was this wide, it might be a better fit for this. Now those boxes will probably cost $400 or $500, but if it's a better setup, then I will go that way. So yeah, I guess the only thing to do now is to pull the old heater box out and see if I could get this in there. I'll be show you what we got going on there. Okay guys, so this is the heater box in this car. I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. We're going to give it a shot. We got to drop this one out of here first. And then we'll go from there. It looks like there's 4 bolts in the front. It looks like these 2 and those 2, drop it out. It does go up into this area. It gets fresh air from here. So that's a little bit of a hope that this to that is about 14 inches. But we will see here pretty shortly. Okay guys, so there might be a little bit of bad news. This just has a hole that goes in there. So not much room, really. And it's pretty small. Where were the drain tubes again? So the drain tubes are here. So I don't see a reason why this can't be mounted vertically though. And then if you do it vertically, I mean, they're about the same width. And then depth-wise, it's going to be a little closer. Getting the vents, I might have to 3D print a manifold to bring the vents where I need them. But that is doable. Like, I could 3D print a deal to get the vents to do what I need to do, I'm pretty sure. So let's take this over to the car and see what we got. I don't know how I'm going to show you that, So I might wiggle it around under there and try to prop it up, and then I'll bring the camera over to show you. I got hope though. It'll just have inside air with this way, which I'm okay with. It definitely, once you cool the air, it's going to cool better. So let's see what we can do there. I think there's still a lot of hope for this. This depth might be an issue, but we won't know until I try it. So let's just get over there and do that. Okay, guys. So I don't fit that good. It's pressing against the tack. The dash bracket is out that supports the dash and the steering column, and it's pressing against the tunnel. And I could 3D print some deals to make that probably work, but I couldn't put any gauges in or anything. So AC is pretty important to me. And I spent a while just now looking for a box to try to figure out something that would work in here. And I just can't find anything. So I think my solution is going to be, I really didn't want to do this, but this is where the 4 bolts that the heater box mounted to, and this is where they came through. If I cut along that lip and cut a square and build a box, it could come out here. The only thing else that mounted on here was the pump for the wipers was here, which could be mounted here instead. And the coil was mounted here in the heater control valve. The coil, I don't think it's going to mess up its mounting spot, so it'll be able to go back in its factory spot. If not, I could relocate it. A coil is fairly easy to relocate, so I think I am going to cut straight down, straight across this lip, and straight up, and take this all out. Then that could slide up on that shelf, and then we'll build a box that will come out and go back. And that'll give me the room needed to have AC in here. I think that's unfortunately the best way to do it. And by building that box back up and tying it back into here, whatever strength that had, it'll come back. So, man, it hurts me cutting up a car, but I really want AC, and I think this is the way to do it. Like I said, I spent probably an hour on the internet looking for a smaller all-in-one box, because I can find smaller AC boxes or smaller heater boxes, but I can't find a smaller all-together box. And I can't fit 2 boxes under it, and I don't want something hanging out that doesn't look factory or anything like that. So this is a pretty good solution. And this box, I was worried about being a cheap box, but Summit sells it, Jag sells it, everybody in the world sells this exact same box. So I think I'm going to go with it, and hopefully I don't end up, I don't know. Well, that's what's going to happen. I'm about to make the cut. Well, I really didn't want to do that, but it fits nice now. I do have to figure out this fitting here. I might have to do something there to get that to work right. But in the car, it's going to give me the room needed to run the vents nicely. And my plan is to just build a box that attaches to here, comes out to this line, goes over, encases it, and then I don't know what I'm going to do here. I think I'm going to plug them and just have it pull air from the inside. That way I don't have to worry about water getting in the car. But yeah, it fits now. That really hurt me cutting that out of the car, but for me to want to have AC in here, I think that was the way. I saved the piece. I cut it out in one piece. So I don't know what good it's going to do to anybody, but it's a rust-free heater box. So, but yeah, we got some progress today. Figure that out. It could even go in the car a little bit more, but I think I'm going to leave it there just so I have a little bit more room to run the vents, and I can put gauges in the dash still there. But what do you guys think? Think this is crazy getting AC in an old car? I'm probably going to use this car different than most people. I'm planning on driving this thing quite a bit. Like, it's going to switch. It's going to be a daily driver between this and my pickup truck. That's why I want the AC in it, because I'm going to be in it. So I'm pretty happy with how that came. I did nick the wiring. I was planning on doing something with the wiring anyways, because this car has 3 fuses. And I accidentally nicked the wire with the grinding wheel. So I'll have to either fix it or rewire it. But there's some things I want to take out. Like, I don't want the seatbelt lights on the dash. All I want is the brakes, lights, gauges. So some of that stuff might come out. So yeah, I think we got a winner here. I think I'll have enough room to get the heater lines to run. They got to run this way, I believe, on the motor. So I believe there's enough room. This is where it's going to attach. So I'm going to like have it attached there and come straight up, and then I'll run the heater lines in front of it and over, and that should be nice and neat. I think pretty good. I might make this removable, so then if I do need to this ever has a problem, I could pull the box off and get to everything. All I'd have to do is bend the flange on the bottom, put some riv nuts in the bottom. That's what I'm gonna do. Put 2 riv nuts, probably 3 riv nuts, 2 riv nuts, 2 riv nuts, and then something on the top, and then that would seal that up and be removable and add the strength back to it with all those riv nuts. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to build a little box, and then lines will have to come through them to connect. So I'll have to figure out grommets and stuff like that. I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think about me cutting a hole in this car. But now that that's accomplished, I think the next step is my goal for this weekend is to clean everything up here, have it prepped and ready to paint the hole underneath. It's going to delay the painting now because I got to build a box and I don't have the materials to build that right now. But I'll measure that up and get that done as well. That one AC line is going to be an issue, though. I might have to go down into the car and back out to do it. I don't know. I'm going to have to play with that. So another thing that this car had that I didn't like is that these wiring harnesses were attached to the cardboard heat deflectors. I think when I do the wiring, I want it to go to the frame and then run along the frame. So then you can pull the heat deflectors off to work on the car without the wiring having issues and flopping all over. So that's something else I think I do want to change with the wiring. I also want to see if I could get a bigger radiator in this thing, because now I'm going to have a condenser in front of it. I know I could get a thinner fan that flows a lot more air because it's going to be a modern electric fan instead of that electric fan. So that will help pull some air. But I don't see why this couldn't be a little bit wider as well. And I think the newer ones were wider. or the older ones were wider, so I need to check into that, see what could be done there. Well, guys, it's another day. I lost a bunch of video, unfortunately, but it's beautiful out. We had a lot of storms other night, but yeah, I lost a bunch of video. Let me flip you around and show you what I did. So I stripped all the suspension off of it and prepped everything. Man, that was a lot of cleaning, and it's not perfect, but it's fine. I noticed this car, like, those are all from welding. It's all like splatter from the welding. I didn't clean any of that off. I didn't think it really mattered, but yeah, it's all. Any place there's a weld, there's a ton of splatter on this, which is weird for a production thing, in my opinion. But yeah, this is the color the car is going. So I wanted to get where the engine and the suspension goes. My plan is this coming week to, or the next video will be putting the suspension back under the car and trying to get that all done. After that, the engine should be, I should have the engine back, but I won't have enough money saved up for the rebuild parts, so that's going to be a couple videos down the line. I'm trying not to get the car 1000% blown apart, so kind of my plan is for the next weekend is to get the front suspension back in the car completely and get the AC box mounted and in there. And then if I can swing it, clutch and brake mounted back up there too. I also need to figure out exactly how I need to trim. You know, this is a rubber bumper car, so that's kind of the rubber bumper mounts. This is getting close to what I need, but I need to download the guy's instructions that there's a guy that has a write-up on it online for doing it. But yeah, that's all ready to go back together suspension-wise. So hopefully next week I'll have the suspension back on the car and be a good win there. What do you guys think of this color? It's called Dark Hunter Green. It's showing up a little bluer on the camera than it actually is, at least on my phone. But I think it's going to be a nice color. I'm going to do all the areas, like the jamming and everything like that, as I put the car together, and then I'll spray the whole car as one. To clean it all, make sure it's all nice and clean. I'm going to do a couple deletes. I'm going to delete I think I'm going to delete the side markers and the antenna. And then I got some dents and stuff to fix on this car. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm sorry I lost, I don't know what happened. I was filming, taking apart all the suspension, and I got something I'm doing on the suspension that I'll do a short video on. I think I'm going to try to 3D print all the bushings. A lot of you probably are going to think that's a bad idea, but my research shows that it's going to be between the hardness of rubber and poly, so I think it might be a good combination. So hopefully by next week, and I'll have that all done, and we'll be giving that a shot. That should be interesting, to say the least. But yeah, thanks you guys for watching, and you know I always appreciate that. Don't forget to do the good comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff that helps the channel grow. And With the engine rebuild, I think it's going to be kind of doubtful I'm going to get by my birthday. My birthday's the end of June, and that's when I really wanted to get it done. Oh, look, that's out here. Those are wild hogs. Bunch of them. Wonder where that came from. Holy cow. They're a little bit dangerous, so I'm not going to get any closer than this. But yeah, that is a lot of hogs. Down here by my lake. Man, there's a lot of them. Scared that one. There they go. Man, they're hightailing out of there. Get a little nature on the Triumph restore. You guys in the UK, I don't know if you guys have hogs like this. I'm not sure. Please comment on that. But I know I've been getting a lot on this Triumph deal of people from the UK area overseas. I'm in Texas, so let's see where they went. They're in the woods over there. Let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. Yeah, I scared them out. Well, anyways, guys, thanks again, as always, for watching, commenting, subscribing. That stuff all helps me out. I really like to grow the YouTube channel to be able to do more of these projects. But, I love doing them anyways. So, I guess I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks again.